guys, I'm back here at Jerome Township Cemetery, Sanford, Michigan, where I started some work on this headstone the other day, and I've got another headstone that I need to, it's another white marble that I need to epoxy back together. Got it all prepped, ready to go. So I'm going to pop the clamps off of this and go over and start working on that one. I've got another white marble that's laying down right here, and it's in multiple pieces. I'll show you real quick here. That one right there. I'm going to start working on this over the next couple of days, and then later on this week I'm going to infill all three of them all at once. So I'm going to pop the clamps off this, go over and start working on that one, and that'll be it for today. This one's been laying in three pieces for quite some time. All the edges of the broken pieces are quite rounded, and you can see we're missing a big chunk here, so that's going to be a project to get that filled back in. Didn't even need to put epoxy right there, but wasn't sure if it was going to hit or not. Let's see how our epoxy held. It's good and strong. That epoxy is really impressive. I can't say enough about it. It is strong stuff. So good deal. We'll probably clean this a little bit more, and then in the next couple weeks after we get these couple other ones put back together, we'll do some infill. Hopefully this piece will come a little whiter. I found that piece laying way over on the other side of the cemetery a couple weeks ago, and I thought, boy, that thing goes somewhere. I know it does. I know I've seen that. Brought it over here and it fit right in place, so it was kind of nice. Alright, that's that. That's it for this one for a little while, and we'll go and work on this other stone over here. Okay, well, here you can see the stone of Jacob Bisbing, and you can see that he's got a military marker, and he's also got a privately paid for, privately bought marker. This marker, there's two other pieces of it leaned up against a tree over here. It's been broken for quite some time. It did have a previous repair. They used some kind of goo or glue or something. I have no idea what they used. It wasn't very good. It was very easy to clean what was left of it off of this stone. It came off very easily. So this being a historical monument, we want to try to preserve it as best we can, and by sticking it back together and not leaving it in this condition over here, we will be able to achieve that in the best way possible. Problem with leaving these stones in pieces like this is somebody might come along and knock that over, or hit it with the lawnmower, or it lays face down in the grass, or face up in the grass even for many years, and being on the grass or on the ground and in the moisture all the time will continue to deteriorate it more, and eventually you won't have a stone to come and look at. So we're going to get this man's stone back together, and we're going to get it looking nice, do some infill on it later on next week, and along with a couple others in here, and hopefully be able to restore this man's memory. I've done a little bit of research on Jacob here, and it does not appear that he has any family or any descendants in the area anymore. I've even put out posts on Facebook looking for descendants, and nobody has responded. Probably well, it's been a year since I started, so we'll get him looking good and hopefully someday a descendant of his or a relative of his will be able to come and see his grave with the original stone. Okay, so what I've done here is I've made essentially myself a third hand because this is going to be kind of difficult to set all three pieces all at once. So I've put a board on the front over here and on the back over here, and I've extended it up far enough so that it's going to catch both joints, but it's low enough that I can put the back board here and the front board on over here with other clamps. So right now I'm going to take this piece out. I'm going to put some epoxy in that joint. I'm going to reset this piece, and then I'll put the other board on both sides and set the top piece in. Okay, I've got my epoxy mixed up. Take this piece off, and I'm going to balance it right here for a minute. That this joint here is about as clean as I can get it. It's important to keep it clean so that you don't have a bunch of loose material in the joint that will cause you problems with your epoxy. Now that we've put our epoxy on the bottom joint, we're gonna set this piece back in. Make sure that we line up here good and straight, close as we can get it. Last thing you want to do is make this thing look like a zigzag. So now we will put our backboard on here. We'll be able to adjust these a little bit if we need to. Looks like we're going to have some bigger chunks to fill in here too. Take these bottom clamps off. And now, since I've got it clamped down on the bottom, these boards are kind of like this right now. If you can see that, they're kind of like that. So I'll be able to slide this top piece in here real easy. Sure we're lined up. Looks good and straight all the way down. Now we'll take these clamps and we'll put them right here. Oh yeah, we got a lot of good contact points here. There's only one down here that's not really all that great. There's a big gap in there, and then over here on this edge, obviously. But that's gonna look absolutely great when it's all done. I'm happy with that. Fantastic. We'll leave that up for a couple days, and come back and do some infill on it. Alright, so we're back here in Jerome Township Cemetery, and this is the gravestone of both Jacob Bisbing and Malcor Bisbing, his son. And I've got my daughter with me, and she's having a lot of fun. You can probably see her in the background there. She's kicking mushrooms. So she wanted to come with me today, and but I've done a little bit of work on this stone already just before I started filming. Filled in some larger gaps with this infill material while it was still sort of dry, and now I'm going to go across the face of this with some wetter material. This stone is kind of interesting. It looks like it didn't clean up well, but what I think it is
I didn't find some.
You didn't?
No.
Okay.
Maybe I have to go find.
Yeah, go walk around and see if you can find some.
Are you making a video right now?
I am. I'm filming right now. So what I think happened to this stone is the old, if you remember from the beginning of the video, the old epoxy or whatever they used to put this stone back together was covering these cracks, and you can see that it's a lot whiter right here than it is down in this area and stuff. And I think that's just the natural process of the marble. It's aged and yellowed over time. I don't know that it's going to get any better than it is, but we'll see. I guess time will tell. So we're going to fill in these cracks best we can. I'm going to try to fix the inscription as best I can, and and this will be this one will be done.
Hey, Daddy,
Hoping.
Did you hear that thing? Because I heard it
Yep.
way up there.
Yep. I think that's in the other cemetery over there. They're probably getting ready to dig a grave for a funeral.
I just broke this stick.
Wow, you're tough. Be right in the way right now, are you?
Are you? Hey,
She's sassy, this little girl of mine.
Hey, Daddy.
What?
I just found a pink thing way up in that hill.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a mushroom?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just kicked it.
You kicked it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Because I thought it was a mushroom.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but I can't find any more.
Oh, well, go look around.
Okay.
See what you can find. Okay, so now we're gonna let that dry up a little bit, and then we'll go over it with a wet cloth and clean it up some. And then I'll get a little piece of stick, and I'll clean up the engraving so we can kind of read, hopefully a little better, the information on the stone. So we're going to give that about 15 minutes or so to set up, and we're going to walk around and maybe find some more mushrooms to kick. What do you think?
There's no mushrooms we're gonna wake up. There's no more.
And then we'll do the cleanup on this. So we've got it down pretty good, and the next thing we're going to do is we got to clean out all of those letters up here. You can see, you know, where we've got some excess material in here. We're going to try.
You know you can't see it because my dad is in the way.
You are sassy today, aren't you?
My dad is in the way saying I can't see it.
Alright, so my battery just died. I don't know how much of that I got, but it was just talking about how it's really hard to do this part, and you're not ever probably going to get it exactly perfect unless you're a professional engraver and you have done a lot of it or something. So you pretty much just do the best you can, and that's supposed to be an 8 right there. It swoops down like that, I think, maybe. You can kind of look at this 8 and see that 8s are, there's so many different variations of the number 8. And this is a 9.
Whoa! I think I found another mushroom over here.
You did?
Yeah?
Well, good. And I believe this is a 4.
What?
That's a 4, I think. It's really, really crude, but it serves a purpose. Well, Dawson and I would like to thank everybody for coming along for this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, share it with all your friends. Make sure you hit the notification bell and the subscribe button so you don't miss anything else just like this.